All right, so this is the idea of magnification, which is the thought or the, I guess, principle that the world looks significantly different or profoundly different depending on where it is that you're looking at it from. So, an easy example would be that if you were to take a book and you took a magnifying glass or even further, a microscope, and you went through the book with the microscope, you might find that where the book has value, when you look at it normally, looking at it through the lens of a microscope, you might not be able to get the same value or as much value or any value at all. You, in order to understand the ideas that the book is trying to convey to you, looking at it from the perspective of a microscope will hinder and get in the way of you being able to internalize that information. Now, an example that I like, and it would be something more akin to the real world, is imagine a soldier, and this soldier is being sent on a mission somewhere in some uh, far off part of the world, and the soldier is told, "Hey, your mission is to find Jerry, and Jerry is very likely hidden in this compound. He is most likely armed, and he's a very dangerous individual. So the mission is truly for you to find him and terminate him." So the soldier goes on his mission and eventually gets to the compound, opens the door, and right in front of him is a man that fits the description of what he understands Jerry would look like. And Jerry, in one hand, is holding a gun, and in the other hand, he's very firmly holding the hand of a child. And so, as soon as the soldier walks in or bursts in and notices the situation, he does what he understands is the thing that he needs to do with it, which is to terminate the target, which would also ensure the safety of this child. And so, if you looked at it from that perspective, then you might be convinced that the soldier is maybe a good guy and that Jerry isn't. That the soldier has done the world some justice because they have taken this unlawful, this sinful, or this person who um, might not embody our best of ideals. They have taken them out of this world. They have removed them as a threat to us. However, if you were to zoom into that situation a little bit more and maybe look at it from the perspective of Jerry, then you might find that Jerry is involved with a group of people who are very dangerous. However, the way in which he got involved was not on purpose. So he was actually, at the time of the mission, hoping to get out of that group. But as you could imagine, getting out of a dangerous group like that might not be as easy as one would think. So maybe what he was doing at the compound was hiding and trying to protect his child and trying to maybe like escape the country or trying to build a new life in which the child would actually have a future, and in which he would actually have a future. on and leaving behind all the things that he might have been involved with or not, or things that he might be associated with. And so then burst in this armed person who is threatening that potential for a new life. And now from this perspective, you might then be convinced that the tables are the other way around, that maybe Jerry is a good guy, or a person of redeemable qualities, and this armed soldier isn't. And you see, this is why this idea is so peculiar, the idea of magnification, that even from a perspective of not truly knowing what is going on in the world, or what is going on in an event like that, you can dig in or dig out and find a way to view the exact same situation from very, very, very different points of view, from point of views that would even be conflicting for each other. That even in an example like this, if you were to like zoom out and really, 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 really zoom out, you would be looking at the planet and maybe what these really small animals that call themselves humans are doing. And from your perspective, it might seem like these humans are just part of nature, that they're just doing what nature does. But it is when you start digging deeper and zooming in that you then start getting involved in all these issues of morale and who's right and who's wrong. But if you really were to look at it from an outsider's sort of perspective, you realize that a lot of the things that we put immense amount of value on, or put immense amount of concern on, lose their meaning very, very quickly. And so I think to end this, what I would say is, give it a try. Give a try to situations that you've been on, or situations that you might feel that you're stuck on, and try moving outside of where you're looking at it. Try zooming in. How do things look like if you were to be standing on that other person's shoes? Or what do you think is going on that's adding up to the current situation that you're at? If you're in a kind of like in the trenches right now, and you were to zoom out and see your life as almost like a comic strip, or like a movie strip, where almost like images of every part of your life are laid out in a sequence, is whatever going on in this moment as impactful, or impactful enough for you to make a decision you don't want to do, if you look at it as your life as a whole? If you can see all like different things that have been of value to you throughout your life, and different things that maybe you have overcome that at the moment seemed insurmountable, then maybe that helps give perspective on what kind of things, or what kind of challenges you're facing now, and how those challenges are eventually going to feel like nothing, because like the challenges that you've faced before and you have completely overcome, this is just one of those, and you're just in the stage of figuring out and then overcoming. So yeah, that's the kind of like the thought process, or the concept of magnification.